To me, marketing's about values. This is a very complicated world. It's a very noisy world.
This idea that computers shouldn't just be for hobbyists, that it should be something for the mainstream, that it would end up being every man's tool and the most sort of powerful tool that we have out there. And so I think what he was so passionate about from the beginning was this idea of computers being intuitive things for us to use, as opposed to things that would scare us. In Scientific American, I think he read this story. And that obviously stayed with him, this idea that human beings are tool builders. And they might fall short in what has been given to us naturally, but their ability to build tools allows them to supersede what they could be capable of. He knew that he had met somebody special when he met Wozniak, and he knew that Wozniak, I think, was going to be a vehicle for him to sort of, get into this business. Because I think Steve Jobs was a great salesman, I think he was a great negotiator, and he was a great observer of talent. I just thought the script was genius. I just thought, that's, the best modern day script I've read, for sure. Yeah, I think Danny is without doubt the most positive and energetic director that I've ever worked with. He's just constantly upbeat on set and constantly positive and encouraging and, as I say, full of energy. And I think he injects that same positivity and energy in his sort of visual storytelling, in the sort of energy he puts into the camera. It was also the fact that, Jobs needed somebody to talk to the board. He needed somebody to handle the board. As far as the board were concerned, this was, they realized that he was kind of maverick genius in the tech world, and then some tech people would say, well, Jobs didn't really know that much about tech. So, it's an interesting contradiction. But they found him difficult to deal with, and they didn't see him as really a CEO material. This story is important because he's changed all of our lives. He's changed the way the world works, the way we communicate to one another, the way we interact with one another, how, like I say, we watch films now, how we listen to music, how we buy things. So somebody that has that sort of influence deserves to be reflected on. I think he's just great for any film set. Seth is an extraordinary person and professional. He's just so generous and relaxed and easygoing, but is one of the hardest working people in show business. He manages to do all of those things, and it seems like he's just chilling. But as we know, he's writing, he's producing, he's directing, he's acting. He's an incredible person and just very, very easy to work with. And I think, outside of the fact that he's such an accomplished sort of producer, director, writer, as a performer, he brings such humanity to characters. He's just smart. He's been doing it for a while, Jeff, and he knows storytelling. He runs a theater company in Michigan, and he knows the components of storytelling. So it's the little things that he does. Like in the first act when Jobs is sipping the wine, he's observing him drink the wine. It's like really interesting nuances, again, that he'll choose, or character observations, which are just little moments that really set things in motion. Kate is, I have to say, I owe her a lot for this for my own performance and just sort of how much generosity she brought to the set and how much support she brought to me. She's a real team player and she's a real leader. That's the first thing. She's a natural born leader, Kate, and she made sure that everybody was in the right frame of mind. And you know, if you know, how's Danny doing, and how's Seth doing, how am I doing, just making sure that there's harmony in the right places. And then, you know, that's just, she hasn't even started acting yet. I remember when I arrived at the read-through, before we started rehearsals, she just had Joanna Hoffman's accent off. I mean, I'd been watching clips of Joanna Hoffman, and I was just like, oh my God.
Something you want to look at and have in your home. And what if, instead of it being in the right hands, it was in everyone's hands?
We'd be talking about the most tectonic shift in the status quo since...
Ever.
Talking about the most tectonic shift in the